Alright, we're going a little out of order. We're doing 4.7 today, and we're looking at transformations of quadratic graphs. So you've already done transformations, but we're going to review that. And here we have vertex form. So in vertex form, it looks like this. There could actually be an A in the front of this too, so let's add that on there. Where H and K is the vertex. So this is the X and the Y coordinate of the vertex on there. So important thing to notice is that it's a minus in this spot of the formula and a plus on that side of the formula. So putting them in vertex form. So the first example, we have y equals x squared minus 2x plus 4. So I'm going to identify my a, b, and c. So my a value, the number in front of x squared, is 1. The b is negative 2, and the c is 4. So I'm going to find the vertex like we did in the last lesson using negative b divided by 2a. So negative 2 divided by 2 times 1. So that gives me 1. And then I'm going to substitute that back in to find the y coordinate. So 1 squared minus 2 times 1 plus 4. So this is 1 minus 2 is negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3. So 1, 3 is the vertex. Now if I want to put it in vertex form, I'm going to substitute that into here. This is the H and this is the K. So it's going to be, the A value is 1, so I don't need that on the front because multiplying by 1 doesn't do anything. And then I'm substituting in the H and the K. So this is now in vertex form. If you graphed this, it would look exactly the same as that. Okay, so let's try it on part B. So same thing, A is negative 3, B is negative 18, C is 10. So I'm going to have a negative B over 2 times A. So that's negative 3 for my x value. And then let's substitute that in. Okay, now this one, it is easier to really type these into the calculator. I don't know what 18 times 3 is off the top of my head right away, and that's okay. So I'm going to do negative 3 times negative 3 squared minus 18 times negative 3 plus 10. And that tells me that y is 37. So my vertex is the point negative 3, 37. So when I substitute that into vertex form, I now have an a value in the front here that I need to use. So I have a negative 3. I have x minus this negative 3. So that's going to become plus 3. And then plus 37. So this is actually the same parabola as this would be. Alright, so identify the vertex and the transformations and then graph. So on here, here's my H and here's my K. So this sign matches up with the original here. It should be a minus. So that means that that number stays the same sign. That's a 3. Here I have a minus 2, where in the formula it's a plus K. So they got this plus from actually subtracting a negative 2. Negative, negative makes the positive there. So the vertex is at 3, negative 2. So I would start at 3, negative 2. That's where my vertex would be. And then this didn't have any other type of transformations other than translating it. So I could say, since the parabola is usually at 0, 0, I could say it was translated 3 right, 2 down. And then I would sketch the rest of my parabola there. Okay, example B. So you can see on here, this does not have a K value added on to the end. So that's almost like having a plus 0 on the end. So my vertex, this is plus 1. In the formula, it's a minus in that spot, so that means I need to switch the sign. And then this is the 0 at the end. So this means the vertex is at negative 1, 0. So this translated left one. And it also has this 0.25, which means it was vertically compressed by 0.25. So the easiest way to tell what's happening here is to really type it into the calculator and have the calculator do the work for you. If I go to my graph, I can get an idea what it looks like. And if I want to get a couple points, I go to the table. And I can see here I'm going to have a point at 1, 1. And I have a point at -3, 1. And then let's get another good one, so like 3, 4. And then I can connect that. So you can see that this parabola is going to be wider than the original is. Alright, so what you need to do is take this guy and put that into vertex form, and then get a graph of it here. And for your joke, what do you call a sad strawberry? It's a blueberry. Hope you have a wonderful day, and make sure you're kind to someone today.